Coming up tonight on YCN News, Lebanon College announces an unexpected cancellation of all fall classes. 6 Vermont communities will benefit from federal historic preservation grants. And U.S. Senator from New Hampshire Jeanne Shaheen and U.S. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack visit central New Hampshire to discuss boosting the state's rural economy. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, southern Vermont, and Windsor County. News, sports, weather, and all that is happening in our area. The news on YCN, your local view.
Good evening, and welcome to this Tuesday edition of YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Just weeks after the president and CEO of Lebanon College proudly announced 3 new academic programs geared for the Upper Valley job market, the message today is far different. Today I'm in Lebanon, New Hampshire, where some big changes are coming for students and educators. Posted on its website is the news that the college is canceling all of its fall classes scheduled to begin next Monday. College operations, which means all activities that go on to bring classes to students and maintain the downtown building, are being cut back. Students who had planned to begin classes will be notified by school officials as to what to do next. The school's website will be updated as more details become available. Today's somber message on the college's website belies the news college president and CEO Dr. Ron Byron shared with YCN's Laura James. During that interview, Byron told YCN News about a new one-year associate degree program in business management. This would help students earn a bachelor's degree in 3 years, saving time and money. And a one-year certificate program learning to be a medical assistant or an ultrasound technician in a 2-year certificate plan would prepare graduates for work among the Connecticut River Valley's medical centers. Attempts to reach a college administrator today were not successful. I'm here on Washington Street in Claremont, New Hampshire, where a Lowe's Home Improvement once stood. Now, a general store from the Midwest is preparing to take its place. The store, called Runnings, will sell home goods, hardware, and clothing. It's expected to bring around 60 jobs to the area and will open in spring of 2015. On its website, store executives spell out the 34-store chain's eastern expansion. 3 stores in upstate New York will be the site of a new Runnings over this year. As a plus for the Claremont location is that the Lowe's location features a full set of working streetlights, plenty of parking, and recent infrastructure upgrades. Director of Planning and Development Nancy Merrill tells YCN News the existing building's exterior will be changed to reflect the Runnings brand. There will be some interior changes to the building too, but a store construction team members indicated to Merrill that the building would not need much rehab work. Merrill says the site and the Runnings chain itself is a good fit for the region. With the store to be located at one of the city's entrances, it will be a good beacon to residents and visitors. Runnings Director of Marketing Dennis Jensen could not be reached for comment today. Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. 6 Vermont communities will benefit from federal historic preservation grants, including Rockingham, Hartford, and Norwich. Vermont Housing and Community Development Commissioner Noel McKay says in a statement the grants will help these 6 towns carve out a historical identity for themselves. In all, these certified local government matching grants total $41,000. In Rockingham, the grant will allow a lecture series and Vermont history curriculum for children at its public schools. In Norwich and Hartford, the money will be used toward identifying historic places and artifacts important to each town's history. The grant will help preserve and protect these sites and items for future generations. Vermont State Historic Preservation Officer Laura Treichman says the grants also show how each town's residents care about preserving its historical past. That's because each grant requires a local match by the town's taxpayers. Treichman says the State Historic Preservation Office also is dedicated to supporting the 6 selected towns in this effort. With Labor Day weekend approaching, Vermont and New Hampshire State Police remind all motorists to drive safe and sober. Police checkpoints will be in areas across both states. Meanwhile, checks for speeding continue. This morning, a Westport, Connecticut woman was arrested by Vermont State Police for excessive speeding on I-91 in Guilford. 40-year-old Suzanne Gravel was clocked by police driving 112 miles per hour in a posted 65-mile-per-hour speed zone. Police stopped her and charged her for speed and careless and negligent operation. She is expected to appear in Windham Superior Criminal Court on the charges on October 7th. Also cited for excessive speed by Vermont State Police is 23-year-old Azriel Wolf of Spring Valley, New York. Around 6:19 p.m. August 14th, Wolf was stopped by police on I-91 in Dummerston for driving a 2012 Land Rover southbound at 102 miles per hour. The speed limit is 65 miles per hour in that zone. Wolf is scheduled to be in Superior Court in Windham on September 16th to answer to the charge. In other news, U.S. Senator from New Hampshire Jeanne Shaheen and U.S. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack were in central New Hampshire today to speak about ways to boost the state's rural economy. The program today in Loudon, outside of Concord, focuses on the Value-Added Producers Grant Program and other programs included in the recently approved Farm Bill. Vilsack and Shaheen met at the Miles Smith Farm at 56 White House Road. The Value-Added Producers Focus aims at getting new products by farmers to market. As a result, the new products will boost sales and income for the farmer. Agriculture remains a critical part of the state's economy. Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Now, Matt McDonald will have a look at our weather for the next few days and then move on to sports.
Thanks, Rose. Tonight we have patchy fog after 2 a.m. with mostly clear skies and lows around 48 degrees. Tomorrow morning will be foggy until 9 a.m. We'll have mostly sunny skies with highs in the 80s and calm winds. Tomorrow night will be mostly cloudy with a low of 60 degrees. Thursday, we have a 30% chance of showers between 2 and 3 p.m. Skies will be mostly cloudy and highs will be in the 70s. Thursday night will have a low of 57 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. You can see some storms in the west, but otherwise we will have a clear and sunny couple of days. Now let's see what's coming up on our community calendar. Tomorrow in Vermont, the Woodstock Market on the Green will begin at 3 p.m. In White River Junction, the Matt Borello concert will take place in Lyman Point Park at 6:30 p.m. Then in Sunapee, New Hampshire, Studio 2, an up-and-coming Beatles tribute band, will perform on the Ben Meir Bandstand at 7 p.m. Remember, you can submit local events from your community by sending them to news@ycnow.com. Tune in tomorrow night for an update with the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. They are set to play Trenton tonight. The game begins at 7:05 p.m. We will bring you the results tomorrow.